The cherished animated series Avatar: The Last Airbender is returning in multiple formats, including a live-action series and an animated film. At their recent Tudum event, Netflix finally gave fans a sneak peek of what was to come after years of anticipation. But can the live-action project live up to the hopes of ardent fans now that the original creators have left? Will the creators' vision, following the launch of their own Avatar studios, best convey the essence of the adored series? The Avatar franchise's future appears promising but fractured, leaving us to wonder who will do it right and whether there is enough room for this much Avatar. Even though there was not much to show, the 2023 iteration of Netflix's fan event Tudum made room for every possible fandom-friendly tease and IP flex. The streamer's long-awaited live-action adaptation of Avatar: The Last Airbender, which has been in development for 5 years, is the focus of the event. With a teaser, or perhaps more of a vibe check, that featured the symbols of the water, earth, fire and air tribes, as well as pictures of the 4 main cast members in costume, Netflix's The Last Airbender grabbed attention with a promise to once again follow Avatar Aang and his friends Katara and Sokka as they pursue to unite the 4 elemental nations by defeating the conqueror Fire Lord Ozai. Additionally revealed in the Tudum segment was the show's 2024 premiere date. Since it is a leap year, there are 366 possible release dates for Avatar: The Last Airbender. But for ardent Avatar fans, the original Aang gang's return in the big screen has been delayed by a year. It might get strange. Avatar: The Last Airbender's live-action adaptation was first announced by Netflix in 2018, and at the time it seemed like a coup. The show's original creators, Michael DiMartino and Bryan Konietzko, would return to direct what they viewed as a reimagining of the Nickelodeon animated series, one that, unlike the M. Night Shyamalan film adaptation, would try to do right by the characters' identities. They said in a statement at the time, "We cannot wait to realize Aang's world as cinematically as we always have imagined it to be, and with culturally appropriate, non-whitewashed cast. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to expand on everyone's excellent work in the first animated series and delve even further into the characters, plots, action, and world building." As theoretical work began, the music in the crowd's ears quickly stopped. DiMartino and Konietzko, however, reappeared 2 years later to announce their departure from the project. To be clear, we did not just get our way in this case. Konietzko wrote in an August 2020 Instagram post, "Mike and I are very collaborative individuals. Not all of these ideas had to originate with us. As long as we believed they adhered to the Avatar's morality and integrity, we would have happily accepted those ideas. We ultimately concluded, though, that we would be unable to meaningfully influence the series' course." In a blog post on his personal website, DiMartino echoed the idea and urged followers to be forgiving of Netflix and the new creative team's final product. However, he was very clear about one thing: what I can be certain of is whatever version ends up on the screen, it will not be what Bryan and I had imagined or intended to make. Konietzko and DiMartino were initially hired by Netflix and producer Dan Lin, who eventually found a new cast to take over the show, which was primarily composed of creatives of Asian descent. The 2024 version will be directed by Michael Goy, Jabbar Raisani and Rosianne Liang, with Albert Kim serving as the showrunner. The cast was also strong, although relatively unknown, played Aang, Katara, Sokka and Zuko. Names like Danielle Day Kim, Amber Midthunder, Utkarsh Ambudkar, Danny Pudi and George Takei all gave the show major cred. Showrunner Kim did, however, tinge everything with a little skepticism in his opening remarks on the new strategy. "Why?" was my first thought. In 2021, he asked on the Netflix blog, "What is there I could do or say with the story that was not done or said in the original?" But as I gave it more thought, the more intrigued I became. A live-action version can now faithfully translate what was done in animation and also add a touch of rich new visual dimension to a fantastical world thanks to advancements in VFX technology. We also had the opportunity to retell a story that had previously been presented as a collection of standalone half-hour episodes thanks to Netflix's format that allowed the plot points and emotional arcs from the original, which we loved, to have even more room to develop. This may be beneficial, heck, it might be fantastic. The Tudum teaser silently commands, look over here at these emblems. Do not mind the Cowboy Bebop live-action remake over there in the corner. Konietzko and DiMartino left Avatar: The Last Airbender because they were not doing what they wanted to do and went on to make more Avatar in their preferred medium, but the launch of Kim and company's quest to reinvent the show with new technology serves as a reminder. Avatar Studios was established in February 2021 by Viacom, the company in charge of Paramount Pictures and Paramount Plus, giving Konietzko and DiMartino a new place to create Avatar-related content for any brands that make sense. The Nickelodeon follow-up series, The Legend of Korra, and the Konietzko and DiMartino-approved books and comics were, up until that point, the only ways to continue the Avatar story. There would be more now, probably a lot more. The majority of Avatar Studios' plans are kept secret in a spirit library buried beneath a desert, with the group's first endeavor is an untitled theatrical feature film from director Lauren Montgomery, whose resume includes The Last Airbender, Korra, Voltron, the Netflix Voltron series, and many incredible The Last Airbender and Wonder Woman episodes. All that is known about the movie is that Paramount will release it in theaters in 2025 and that adult versions of Aang and his friends will appear in it. Fans of The Last Airbender are probably anticipating this. In 2024, The Last Airbender faces off against itself with an emphasis on casting that is racially conscious and action-forward storytelling. Netflix and the creative team will produce a show that, in theory, viewers should enjoy. The original show's creators are currently trying to recreate that while re-evaluating the virtues and defects of that series for an expanding audience. Who will execute it correctly? What exactly does it mean? Is there room for this much Avatar, and what is it? The majority of franchises are exempt from this problem. No one was developing an alternate Star Wars universe when George Lucas finished his prequel trilogy or when Lucasfilm began developing an expanded cinematic universe. As the Star Trek franchise transitioned between films and television, the franchise's creators always passed the torch, with each inheritor keeping canon in mind and maintaining it for the following crew. The MCU, the DCU, and even Middle-earth feel like obvious comparisons for a strange situation, but even then, none of these empires feature the original creators clashing with well-intentioned imitators. The future is exciting and uncertain as the Avatar franchise gets ready to grow with a live-action series and an animated film. Fans are unsure if the new team can do justice to the beloved characters and world they hold dear after the original creators of the Netflix project left the project. At Avatar Studios, Michael DiMartino and Bryan Konietzko start their own creative endeavors with the goal of providing fans with more Avatar content. The future of Avatar is up in the air as there are two distinct paths to take. Only time will tell which strategies succeed and whether there is room for more than one version of this priceless universe. We currently only have a few cast photos and well-known logos to whet our appetite. Well, that's it for now. Make sure that you like our video. Please share your views and opinions in the comment section with us. Subscribe to the channel to get updated regularly with the latest news and reviews on upcoming movies from us, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thank you for watching the video. We'll see you at the next one.